They seem to be good. You know, obviously, you don't just forget it that you had 3 games at home, but I think the mindset has been that we've kind of let a great opportunity slip away from us. But the guys have really done a great job of being in the gym and watching film. They've come back to work. So it's been, it's not like we're running around, jumping around, happy or anything like that, but there's not, their heads aren't down. We knew coming in that the week would be a tough week for us, and we had some opportunities we let get away from us, but I think they're in a pretty good place.
If there's a silver lining to all this, you've seen everybody in the league, and quite honestly, you get to Vegas, you can beat anybody, you can lose to anybody, right?
Yeah, and that's the approach that we kind of felt like, just not having played those guys, Grand Canyon, and we had played New Mexico State earlier, but you look at their scores, you look who they playing, and it's gonna be a tight race, and it's gonna be tough, but again, it's kind of, we haven't looked at this as a season or a team that we're going to be at this stage and point and, would run away with the league or anything. We knew it was going to take us every day, every night out, giving a great effort and playing well to win, And we feel like now, since we are really going through the league, we've seen everybody. I think our guys believe that they could beat anybody, but we also realize that in a night that we don't show up to play, we could lose to anyone in our league.
You've flirted with first place for a while. Now that's probably not going to happen. So is it about just A, improving, and B, getting the best position come tournament time as far as seeding? I mean, how are you approaching the rest of this 5 out of 6 on the road?
Just getting better. Obviously we go into every game believing, planning that we can win the game. So there won't be any, NBA kind of, well, we're going to wait until, the draft picks and all that kind of stuff. We'll approach it as, we got Chicago State on Thursday, and we're going to, put the best game plan, and we're going to try to go out and win the game. We may get into times as we move forward, if we got health issues, that we may not play guys because, again, as you said, we're playing for more of the tournament situation. I'm not as even focused with our guys as far as seeding, because the way it's going, who knows where everyone's going to be. So if you think you get a 2nd seed or a 3rd seed or a 4th seed or whatever, you could run into somebody you don't want to run into. So it's really approach it each and every game. We've got to get better. And then, obviously, because, as you said, I think it's a long shot that we may be regular season champs. A lot of stuff have to happen, go our way, and some things have to happen with New Mexico State, which probably with their home stand that they have next probably not going to happen. So you just go about trying to win every game, but also you go as we've been going, preparing for hopefully we could have everybody ready, healthy, and that we could be playing well in March. So when we get to Vegas, we like to be that hot team, if that's what people call it, but the team that's playing the best. So, but it's one game at a time of trying to get better.
Your thoughts on this week's road trip to Chicago State and UMKC?
Well, I just think as we head into that, we've got to correct, some things, and it doesn't matter who the opponent is, and we're coming off 3 straight home losses, so it's the focus is just to get back to winning. I've always said, I think, if you can win and improve, that's the best life you can live. Sometimes it takes losses to kind of get you to really pay attention to details. We've taken that for the last 10 days or whatever it's been since, we took the first loss with Grand Canyon. So we've got to really try to get back to playing well in some areas, I would say, that we haven't been playing well in, and really try to focus on that because obviously we got exposed in some areas throughout the last 3 games, and we want to make sure that we correct those issues so we can address them, and that's what we're going to try to do. Again, we're not concerned about the opponent of anything like that. I think our guys are looking forward to get back to the floor just because when you lose, it's not the best feeling in the world.
If I could just ask you a generic question along the lines of when the tournament does arrive, just want to pick your brain on this. I think we could all make a guess here, but if there were a team that you wouldn't want to see in the first round, you've seen everybody now, not because you can't beat them, but because maybe they're just a tougher matchup. Is there a team that stands out yet or no?
No. I mean, and I guess if you look at whether it's a first round game, second round game, because, we have teams that are, a couple of teams out of the league have great depth. They're deep. So if you're going to choose those guys, if you're going to play them, you want to choose them real quick because the more minutes, the more games played, they're probably going to be fresher than you are. But if you're just talking about a one game in or out, I mean, I don't know exactly if there's someone, We've had struggles with Utah Valley, just the way that they play, and but we haven't seen them since early January, so I wouldn't want to just choose them. Their style of play, I would say, if that's someone that we would talk about, it doesn't fit the way we kind of play. So it's just probably the best I could answer you with that right there, yeah, because, again, but we haven't seen them. Like, it's fresh on our mind what New Mexico State is really fresh with us about Grand Canyon. So, we know what they look like, what they're playing like, who's playing well for them. And I haven't followed Utah Valley since we beat them, so I couldn't tell you who's really playing well. Are they playing 7 people, 8 people, 10 people? Because they're just so far off our radar in between the first game when we played them. And I think that was the first series we had, and it's going to be the last series. So I probably could answer that question a week from now. 2 weeks.
Quick follow-up on Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
How big a loss, from your vantage point as opposing coach, is Martin to them for the season?
Huge. I thought he was their best defender. I thought he was their glue guy. I thought he was having his best year shooting the basketball. I thought, besides the point guard, because I think their point guard, Milstead, because of the depth, I thought he was the most important player on their team. That's just from my personal opinion of watching the scouting and following them. I thought he was the most important player on the team, besides the point guard. And the reason I say the point guard, because their bag-up point guard doesn't have a whole lot of experience as far as playing point guard, especially in our league. Yeah.
How are you guys doing health-wise?
We're getting better. We're struggling, but I'm hoping we can take everybody with us. I don't know if we'll do that. We've just, I guess it's the only way I can answer that. I mean, we're not healthy, if that's the case. We're not full strength. I shouldn't say we're not full strength. And, I'm hoping by the time we play Cal Baptist that we can say our roster is healthy. And we haven't been healthy for a while, so but we've had some guys in the last week or so that kind of stepped up, so we probably have to make some changes in our lineup to try to hopefully get through this weekend and then hopefully get some rest and get some guys healed, but we're not full strength, if that's what you're asking.
I know, Ricky and Taze have been dealing with, is there anybody else? I mean, it sounds like there's other people that have been dealing with injuries too.
Well, Justin Davis and Darren Person, for sure. I mean, I tried to play him a little bit in maybe in the New Mexico State game, maybe. So, they kind of run together and then I couldn't play him anymore. So he's supposed to be at practice this afternoon, and they said that he's closer to getting back, but we're just banged up. But I'm not sure Taze gonna practice today. I think Ricky will be in practice. We just try to see how he does. Darren's supposed to be at practice. Justin Davis is just going to be hurting till the season is over. I mean, it's just part of it. So, again, we got to get, hopefully we play well. Hopefully some of our guys that hadn't had as many minutes. Hopefully we can get through the weekend with no more injuries. And then maybe we can give some guys some day off or get some guys some rest. And what I mean by that, I mean multiple days. We took off Sunday because it's required, and we would take it off anyway, but I'm talking about where guys can get 2 or 3 days of just rest and treatment, and hopefully we'll get back. There's no one that's injured that should be gone for the season that we couldn't get back healthy. Justin Davis' injury is something that we'll have to deal with at the end of the year, but it's just a nagging situation. The rest of the guys are just injured to the point that just going to take time. Probably most concerned about Taze because it's been going on for probably a month, just off and on, not the same situation. And but I expect Darren to hopefully today, but in the next couple of days, be not back to full strength because he hadn't been practicing it, but back to where we could push him to get him back in shape and all of that kind of stuff. So that's it.
Has it been the knee for Justin that's been bothering him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's got a minor tear, MCL. Yeah, but it's not in it. I mean, it's.
And what's Alan Darren?
Darren?
Yeah, what's his?
Man, Darren has just been beat up. I mean, probably the last thing was he just got really ill. He was out for 2 or 3 days, and we tried to play him. I tried to get him in the game, and I don't know if it's something going on around in town. My son was sick yesterday and the day before, so I don't know. It's a virus that kind of ran through our team. But Darren is not like his hip where he was injured before. Yeah.
Any other questions for Coach? Thanks.
All right. Thank you, guys.